Welcome to Mrs. Sebastian's studio/classroom again for a new learning adventure. So right now it is deep into September and we're getting closer to October, and in Florida, even though we don't have that many leaves change colors in the fall, and sometimes our fall can happen in December instead of September and October, there's still a great many leaves and the weather's turning nice. So I like to use any excuse possible to go on a walk with my family. And maybe when you're on that walk, you can find some really interesting leaves that have fallen on the ground. Well, today's lesson is all about using leaves that you may find, maybe from your yard if you can't go on a walk, and making some great artwork. I'm going to be reading you a book called Leaf Man, and you're going to see where he journeys throughout the story in it. And then we're going to make our own art using leaves as well. I do want to take just a moment and mention some interesting facts about trees and leaves and the purpose of leaves. Of course, leaves do photosynthesis, which gathers a lot of carbohydrates for the tree. It has roots that gathers nutrients like minerals and water. So if you ever look at a leaf, you'll notice lots of great veining in it. And the veins work a lot like arteries do in our body too, in transporting nutrients throughout the tree, either going to the leaves or coming from the leaves. Anyway, let's go ahead and hear that fun story and do this art project I have.
Leaf Man by Lois Ehlert. Oh, look at all those beautiful leaves and all their colors and shapes. I wonder what this story's all about. Leaf Man used to live near me in a pile of leaves. Look, can you see his eyes and his mouth and his body? But yesterday the wind blew Leaf Man away. He left no travel plans. Have you ever seen leaves blowing around in your yard? The last time I saw the Leaf Man, he was headed east past the chickens. Look, these leaves look like chickens. Have you seen a chicken before? Toward the marsh, over the ducks and geese. Whack, whack. A leaf man's got to go where the wind blows. He blew over the fields of pumpkins and winter squash. Have you ever carved a pumpkin in the fall before? Or eaten squash? And he flew over the turkey, past potatoes, carrots, and cabbages in rows. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Then he blew out of sight. Is he drifting west above the orchards? Orchards are farms that grow trees that have fruit on them like apples and pears. Or over the prairie meadows. And past the spotted cows. Moo! Well, a leaf man's got to go where the wind blows. Maybe Leaf Man's gliding on a lake breeze. Maybe you've gone fishing at a lake before. Or flying along the river. Have you ever seen leaves on the river and it seemed like they were flying on its surface? Following butterflies going south? Well, a leaf man's got to go where the wind blows. He might even be traveling north, above leaves that look like him. Oh, he's found some friends. Or flying over mountains with a flock of birds. When Leaf Man looks down on earth, is he lonesome for a home? This I do know. Where a leaf man will land, only the wind knows. So listen for a rustle in the leaves. And maybe you'll find a leaf man waiting to go home with you.
All right, for this lesson, you're going to need to use a variety of leaves that you may find outside on a walk, maybe with your parents. I've even included some little twigs or sticks and maybe even some seeds that you may find. You will also need a pencil. I like to use a blue and green marker, maybe a black marker if you don't have that. And then I have a glue bottle and a pair of scissors and of course your imagination. All right, for this first part of the lesson, I am going to be cutting 2 diagonals because I'm going to be making a grassy knoll area around my river that my leaf man is going to be traveling along, floating or flying on its surface, so to speak. So what I'm going to do is, you can make a wavy line or you can make a straight line, but what we just need to do is this middle part is going to become our river. And so I now have 2 corners that have been sectioned off, and I am going to be cutting these out. And don't worry if you don't cut exactly on the line, because we will be flipping these over. So you won't even see where you weren't supposed to be cutting. All right. Hey, this might make a great piece of paper for another project, so keep that. Next, I have my water. And now I'm gonna go ahead and, like I told you I would be doing, I would be flipping these over. So we're gonna go ahead and flip you over here and flip you over here. So now you fit in the corners. So now I have my river area. If you don't like it that way, hey, guess what? We can turn it this way and look at it that way. Any one of those be fine, because these will both fit in the corners, no problem. So I've decided I like this way. And again, the pencil lines on the back. And what I do for this is, you probably just need a couple of dots, not a lot, of glue. And then I'm just gonna flip her over and press her down. And as long as you haven't put too much glue there, it won't squish out from under the sides. The alternative way is to have the tip of the bottle touch the paper, and that way you're not getting big globs of glue everywhere. And then I just do an outline of it. So that is my preferred way, but either one is fine. You just don't want to get a lot of mess. Who loves glue on their fingers? Oh, who am I kidding? Y'all probably love that. All right, so now I have my river. I might go ahead and use one of my blue markers, and I am maybe going to add some lines for the water. Why not? Hey, maybe there's even a little fishy over here. And you can only see a little bit of it because it's like a shadow underneath that river's surface. And you're looking at it from the top down. Hey, and now I'm gonna put a little bit, maybe there's some grass here. So using that darker marker really looks nice against this lighter green background. And you know, this is my artwork and I can decide what I want in it. So maybe I am also going to add a little sheep. My dogs love to watch sheep, and this is going to be a black sheep. They love watching it on YouTube. People will post these great videos, and my dogs will sit there when it's time to go to sleep, and they will watch these little sheep go and play on the field, and it really relaxes them. So I've got a little Baba black sheep there. And now for our leaf man, the most important part of our picture. Now, I have a big magnolia leaf, but any big leaf would work. Sometimes they don't, they aren't very flat, so when you glue them, it is difficult. Sometimes I can actually just kind of crack them in the middle a little bit. And when I do that, it'll make them lay a little bit flatter for me. But if you use enough glue on this, it will stay, but I would probably find the flatter side, and that's going to be the smooth side here. And I'm just gonna put some glue. And for this guy, I would say use quite a bit. Put him where this is gonna be, because this is gonna be his body. So now I've got his body. I'm gonna take the next one here, and this is gonna be his head. So this is a much more fragile leaf, very thin. I don't need to put a lot of glue on that to make it stay. And then I have these great cypress leaves, for my bald cypress, and I think that would make some great hair. So for this one, I'm gonna actually put the glue where I want the hair to be, and I'm gonna go ahead and press this down. Here we go. Now, if you had some googly eyes, you could use those for eyes, but I have these 2 crepe myrtle seeds, so I'm gonna use those. So I've even seen people use markers, or if you've got stickers with eyes and mouths, I've seen those too. So just put a dot of glue for each of those. And then I have a big tallow tree seed, so I'm gonna let that be my mouth. So we're gonna put that there. And you know, if something's kind of blocking it and you don't like it there, just bend it, rip it off. Yeah, there, I think that's gonna be good. And you do have to wait a little while for the glue to kind of really harden up. So don't be alarmed. You may even wanna hold down and, you know, say the alphabet song or sing the happy birthday song. Sometimes that helps too. But try not to be too discouraged if it doesn't seem to be sticking great, because you can always come back and add more glue. So like that crepe myrtle there wasn't doing a great job, that seed. So I'm gonna put another dot and then put it there and just let it sit. Now the twigs are great because I'm using those for my legs here. I'm gonna put a line of glue and then I'm gonna put my twig on there. So the bigger, longer twigs are good for the legs, and then I have some shorter twigs that might be better for my arms. So we're gonna do that there. And then I'm gonna do this one here. And I thought it would be fun to have these skinny Chinese yew leaves in order to be like my fingers. So I have a couple of those for that. All right, and then I just need some feet, and I happen to have 2 live oak leaves for that. But you know, if you're out on your walk with your parents and you come across something you don't know, try looking it up. You know, there's a lot of great apps out there that have some really cool information about the different plants that you find or flowers. And just because the story is about a boy doesn't mean I can't make mine a girl. You know, maybe my girl's gonna have a bamboo kind of skirt on. So I might put some on here too. Why not? Have fun with these. So she's gonna be wearing a little skirt. So many plants are medicinal too. They're used in wounds or maybe to help you with an upset tummy. But you should never eat anything that you know, that you don't know if it's safe or not to eat. So that's why it's good to be with your parents for this. Bamboo, for example, has a lot of uses. People eat bamboo, they use bamboo for all sorts of furniture. Of course, we know pandas love bamboo too. All right. So there is my leaf person floating down the river. I hope that your leaf person looks probably better than mine, which would be a-okay with me. But I hope you enjoy getting out into nature and making something fun and creative.